The girl was riding the Ferris wheel, but got stuck up in the air and couldn't come down. Even more unexpectedly, she tried to open the cabin then. Just a moment ago, the firefighters arrived at the scene. The Ferris wheel had just lost a car and it fell right onto a carnival worker. However, that wasn't the most challenging part. Looking in the direction pointed by security, there was still a girl inside another cabin, struggling frantically, causing the cabin to rock back and forth. Rescue action could not be delayed. The squad team worked on rescuing the worker, while the ladder team operated the ladder truck, trying to reach the girl, but the ladder was clearly too short. The girl began to shake the cabin even more wildly. Seeing the situation becoming critical, Lieutenant Casey quickly ordered the ladder truck to move. At that moment, Gallo had a bold idea, not jumping off that area. We can bridge the gap with the roof ladder. It's the fastest way. Casey looked up at the girl hanging by a thread and decided to go for it. The two carried a ladder straight to the top. The girl tried to stand up to cooperate, but Gallo told her to hold on, and assured her they would get her down. He then extended the ladder toward the cabin. The onlookers watched anxiously. As Gallo reassured the girl, he began his move. Everything's gonna be okay. Do you want to try to come on the ladder after counting 3, 2, 1? The girl bravely took her first step. The ladder creaked under the weight, and the chief watched nervously. Suddenly, the girl slipped. Gallo grabbed her just in time. Everyone watched with bated breath. Finally, under Gallo's guidance, the girl safely reached the aerial ladder. The crowd burst into applause seeing the girl reunited. There was an overturned cement truck in the street. Hey, I saw the whole thing from up there. He hit someone. A girl had been trapped in the cement. Before she was run over firefighters, Bowden and Kelly hurried forward to check on the girl, while Cruz climbed up to check on the truck driver. I didn't see her, it's okay. It's alright, just don't move your neck. The two together pulled the girl out of the cement. Kelly said the girl wasn't breathing and thought her leg was stony. Gravity warning. They quickly got her to the sidewalk. Bowden used his fingers to scrape some cement out of the girl's mouth, while Kelly kept pouring water on the girl's head. At this moment, Cruz had already rescued the driver. The girl still wasn't breathing. The paramedic arrived. She quickly inserted a tube into her mouth, trying to suction out the cement. Bowden and Kelly anxiously waited. Finally, the girl regained consciousness, and everyone sighed with relief. The firefighters went out on a call to save a man caught in a trash compactor. My husband, he dropped his cell phone down the trash chute. I climbed in after it. Casey tried to shut off the machine but couldn't. They needed to work quickly to save him. Casey asked Kelly if there was a way. He said they couldn't reach the ratchet binder on the side because it was too close to the wall. Therefore, they had to use brute force to get to it. The man's wife was anxiously waiting. Through everyone's efforts, the hydraulics eventually threw the door off. The firefighters were almost injured because of this. The man was rescued, but he got a broken femur and needed to be taken to the hospital. The firefighters were called out. Something broke on an escalator in a mall, and everyone fell down. A woman at the top was trapped inside. She cried out in pain, and things didn't seem to be going well at that moment. The paramedic called HQ, saying they needed more ambulances. Kelly kept comforting the woman when the firefighters removed the stair of the escalator next to the woman. They found that her leg was severely injured. On the other side, the man had his foot trapped. As the firefighters were about to peel back the stair to see if they could pry his foot free, Lieutenant Stella said, "Hang on." She said if they move the stairs down here, the gears up top would move. He had the firefighters up top stabilize the drive gears so the ones below could start working. The man's leg was finally freed, and he was placed on a gurney. Then another woman's trapped hand was freed. On the other side, after cutting through the escalator stairs, the woman was also rescued, but her legs were severely injured and in bad shape. The doctor slowly removed a person's face. This skin from a donor was about to be transplanted onto this man's face. Just now, the man had come to the hospital for plastic surgery. Unexpectedly, he attracted a lot of doctors' attention, especially when they saw the man's face. Clearly, one in turn completely lost composure. Holy crap, blowhole is right. 12 years ago, the man was in a car accident. He underwent 9 cosmetic surgeries of varying degrees. But the more surgeries he had, the less human he looked, therefore. The doctor decided to perform an allograft replacement. But during the man's preoperative preparation, the intern said this to him, 3 easy breaths and then blow into that. Oh. That's it, both of you in the hall. Now the man's self-esteem was hurt. He didn't expect even the doctors to laugh at him. The man said he wanted to give up on himself. At the crucial moment, a group of friends he met online came in. The friends meeting him for the first time did not despise his face instead. They gave him a kiss of blessing. The man finally agreed to the surgery. But what was disheartening was that even at this moment, those interns had not realized what they had done wrong. This patient named Joey said he was very hungry. He sneaked around scouting the area. When the doctors weren't looking, he grabbed a cotton ball and stuffed it into his mouth. It was so delicious, one wasn't enough. He grabbed 2 more to satisfy his craving. The doctors were busy discussing a case, completely unaware of the patient. So he picked up a binder clip, then a pair of bandage scissors. Another tasty meal. When the doctor walked by, he noticed something was missing. So who took my clamps and the bandage scissors? The interns looked innocent, but Joey was in trouble, clutching his throat. Struggling to breathe, the doctor finally noticed something stuck in his throat. Then the doctor felt his belly and found it was rigid. Dr. Bailey opened his stomach, digging around inside as expected. She first found bandage scissors, then the clip and cotton balls. This patient must suffer from pica, an uncontrollable urge to eat anything. The chief came to observe and happened to see a coin being pulled from Joey's stomach. In the end, they removed a whole bag of coins from his stomach. Could you imagine someone getting this fat? Did you think it was all fat? It was actually a tumor. This man, named Kenny, had a tumor growing on him that weighed over 100 pounds. His biggest wish was to see Dr. Murphy and have it removed, but because the chief of surgery disliked Murphy's autism, he had already transferred him to the lab and prohibited him from participating in surgeries. The hospital, of course, didn't want to miss such a rare case, so they decided to treat him for free under the condition that it would be used as a teaching case, broadcasting the entire process. First, they did a pre-surgery examination for Kenny and found that the tumor was growing too fast. In just 1 week, it had gained another 20 pounds. The blood vessels inside were thicker than a thumb. If they insisted on removing the tumor, Kenny might bleed to death before the surgery was over, but Kenny insisted on the surgery because he desperately wanted to live a normal life. I don't care how risky it is. I'd rather die in surgery than continue to live with this huge damn tick sucking the life out of me at this moment. Claire came up with an idea to tie off the larger blood vessels on the tumor before surgery, using the patient's own clotting factors to block the blood flow. This way the bleeding during surgery could be reduced. Kenny was very excited after hearing this. Yes, you should guess. Yes. As soon as possible, everything was ready and the surgery began. But could the surgery succeed without Dr. Murphy's involvement? Well, the man had a breathing tube in his mouth. The solidifying cement had crushed the tube, leaving him struggling to breathe. As the firefighters prepared to dismantle the microwave, Jesse panicked, lost balance, and accidentally fell into a swimming pool. The firefighters immediately jumped in and pulled him out. However, by this time the man was no longer breathing. If he didn't receive help within 30 seconds, he would die. Please don't let him die. He's my best friend since kindergarten. Yeah, we had 30 minutes to get him out of there. Now we got 30 seconds. The firefighters quickly divided tasks. One performed CPR. Another worked on dismantling the microwave, while others used chisel and hammer to break the cement. Finally, the cement was broken open, revealing the man's face. The firefighters promptly provided oxygen and first aid. After all the effort, the man survived. And today's Shane Anakin is maybe our most intense yet. Are you filming this? Yeah, bro. We didn't film it. It didn't happen. Say hello, Shane's Army. Hello, Shane's Army.